Howdy, Dripping Springs. It's Ashley Tellis with another episode of Here's the Drip. This is episode 12, season 2. And today I am joined by the owner of Texas Provision Company, Aaron Farmer. How are you?
Hey, Ashley, good to be here. Good to be on with you today. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for your time. So what is Texas Provision Company?
Yeah, absolutely. So Texas Provisions Company started a couple of years ago. We're out of Dripping Springs. A couple of us guys just kind of got together and we're thinking we all love Texas, but we need something local that says we love Texas. So we it started out as a clothing company. It's kind of evolved into something more than that. But I'm like any guy out there. I love hats and gals too. My wife is always getting on to me. I have too many hats. Well, I call myself a hat snob. If the hat doesn't fit perfectly, I'll never wear it. So another hat manufacturer and came up with just kind of the right hats for our line. But we sell hats and shirts and um, provisions, if you will. So you probably have seen people walking around with pint glasses and wine glasses, and even I'm excited. We just got into the kids apparel industry too. So a little bit of everything, but really with that focus on Texas. Born and raised in Texas. We're proud of our state. So that's where Texas Provisions Company came from.
Definitely. And I'm not sure if you know this, but I wear it as a badge of honor. I am a sixth generation Texan, which makes my son a seventh generation Texan.
Wow.
So,
So
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 like,
that's perfect.
I get it.
You're our ideal customer.
I get it. And I'm picky about hats too.
Yep. If it doesn't fit right or it just doesn't feel right, I just can't wear it. So once I find the one I love, I buy every design there is for it, or and that's a lot of our customers do the same thing. I was looking last night and I was kind of laughing. I keep seeing this order come through from the same guy. He'll buy one hat at a time. But I looked last night. He's ordered 14 hats from us,
Oh my
and
gosh.
he uh, he just said they're the best fit he's ever had. So that's how I am. I'm picky that way, but I like to show my pride. I travel all over the country for my real job, if you will, with in commercial real estate, and I like to wear. I like to go to other states. I like to go to California. I like to go to Florida, Chicago, with all decked out in Texas gear. So that's really how Texas Provisions came about.
There's not many states that you can like decorate your whole home based on like the pride of the state. Like Texas for sure, all day. You can
Yeah,
deck out your home in Texas, maybe a little bit of Louisiana with some Cajun flair, but I
yeah.
can't really think of another state that like gets as excited as we do as Texans.
You know,
So
now that
I
you say that, I'm thinking about our house. I think we have every room is Texas themed, just
yeah.
about. So it's we're proud of our state, obviously. So
So now that we understand a little bit more about like where this idea came from, when did you get started in business here in
yeah,
town?
so we started this really about 2.5 years ago. Actually the first kind of, I guess, us getting out there for the first time was at Founders Day. So we launched this thing in Dripping Springs, Founders Day. Well, now I think about it, 3 years ago. So three Founders Days ago,
Okay.
we launched this, and it was a hit. We sold out of everything, by the second day, and we kind of looked at each other and we said, okay, this thing might could go somewhere. Maybe it's more than just a hobby,
Mhm.
and that's it. So we've been doing it for about 3 years. We're in stores all over the state, but locally, we're at Stars on Mercer. Everybody knows Stars,
Yeah,
but on
definitely.
Mercer Street, downtown Dripping Springs. But we're also, we're in Wimberley at the Old Mill store. We're in Green, we're in Waco, we're in Amarillo. So we're really trying to grow that base throughout the state, but we're true to kind of our Central Texas, roots, if you will, and that's what we want to really try to own is the Central Texas market.
Awesome. Awesome. And how many, you said somebody's ordered 14 hats. How many
Yeah.
hats do you guys have out right now?
So that's a good question. I think it's probably somewhere in that 15 to 20 range. We've got, this is one of our newest ones. You can kind of see the Texas Provisions logo,
Yeah.
or kind of a logo hat on there. We've got that. This is one of our best sellers. Come and take it. We
Oh
gotta
yeah, gotta have the
that,
can.
and this is perfect too for Texas Independence Day is tomorrow, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. So we're so we've got probably 14 designs, but different colors with each designs. But this is our one of our newest ones. It's a kid's hat. So a lot of parents were buying these hats for their kids, and they're a little bit too big. So now we're selling a kids one that fits the kids perfectly. So you'll notice if you see like my son, at the baseball fields or something like that, he always has a Texas Provisions hat on. But
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So in our family, you happen to know my husband offline. He's also a hat snob. So we're
he
always trying
is.
to like borrow one of his hats, and they cover over the ear like too far. So I'm
Yep.
so excited that you guys have a smaller offering because my son looks a little silly in a grown-up hat.
And I love seeing John at the ball fields or wherever it is because he always has a different hat on,
Yes, he
and
does.
they're always unique and cool. I would assume he has a huge collection of hats if I had to guess.
Yeah, they're like cockroaches. They just keep multiplying. I don't know what to do with them anymore. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to have one of those like hat rooms or something at some point,
yeah.
but that's
Or
okay.
yeah, or like my wife, she had an intervention with me, and she said you cannot leave your hats in our utility room or laundry room anymore. So we've
Ooh.
had to figure out a place for me to put my hats where because they end up all over the house. So
Yes. Yes, they do. So folks can find you locally at Stars. Sounds like you have an online shop as well. Where can folks find you online?
yeah, it's txprovisions.com.
Okay.
So you can find us there. Um,
Do you have
you
a
know,
social media presence?
we do on Instagram is probably our biggest presence. That's TX Provisions there at Instagram, and then also on Facebook. And um, you know, uh, we're growing. We're excited about this and excited where it's going. But like I told you before, I think the thing that I'm most excited about is just the kids line. We love decking our kids out in Texas clothes, and my daughter, my youngest son, we even have onesies now, kind of with Texas themed for the little ones, for the babies and the toddlers and those sort of things. So kind of exciting to see, but that's the thing with Texas, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You'll find this funny, but our best selling T-shirt of all time, and it's on the website, is Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Queso. So that's we're always trying to come up with these kind of trendy or not trendy, but kind of unique like Texas isms, I call them.
Uh-huh.
Um, and people love that stuff. So, but we're here. I think eventually our plan is to have a brick and mortar store. Um,
Awesome.
we actually were in the process of planning to do a Texas Provisions brick and mortar store on Mercer Street, and then COVID hit,
Uh,
and uh, I think it's a good thing that we didn't pull the trigger right before COVID because that would not have been the right time to do that. So I'd say keep an eye out. Is it 1 year? Is it 3 years? Is it 5 years out? I don't know, but that's kind of our goal is to have something that's more than a clothing store, but it's somewhere people can go kind of eat and meet and do those sort of things. So in Dripping Springs, at some point, we're going to be really focused on a brick and mortar presence too.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, before we sign off today, Erin, was there anything you wanted to share about Texas Provisions?
Just keep an eye out on us. I'll show you. I'll show you one more design real quick, if that's
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
this is our new design that we've got in both adult and kids. If you can
Ooh.
see that, but it's kind of the entire state
Yeah, it
and
is.
what the state's known for, or what the different regions of the state are known for. So we've got that. I would say just stay. Look us up on Instagram, look us up on Facebook, go to our website, check it out. One thing we are doing is for Texas Independence Day, we're doing 25% off if you use the code Texas. So that's pretty easy. TEXAS. If you use that code, you get 25% off. Like I said, we're proud of our state. We're just excited to be here in Dripping Springs. This is, like I said, this is where we started, and this is where we want to grow those roots. So that's about it. If anybody has any questions on the hat sizes or fits or shirts or anything like that, on our website you can ask us those questions. But one thing that we do is we also deliver locally. So if I see that somebody buys from Dripping Springs, I'll deliver it, to your mailbox or your front door, and we'll do the shipping for free. So that's something we do. But no, I just appreciate the opportunity to talk with you, Ashley, and kind of get the word out there a little bit more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for agreeing to interview with me. And now that I know that you'll deliver right to my front door, I mean, that is some homegrown stuff right there.
Right, right. We convenience is the key right now, especially with everything going on. People are looking for convenience, and that's what we're trying to do. So again, thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure. Well, thank you again. It was nice to see you. And I hope to actually see you again soon, Aaron.
Absolutely,
This
absolutely.
is Aaron Farmer, owner of Texas Provisions. You can find him online. You can find his wares right downtown Dripping Springs at Stars on Mercer. And that's it for this episode of Here's the Drip.